Hi, I'm Erin, founder of Fertile Hope Yoga, and this video is all about a fast way to gain back control in a process that feels so out of control so often, and that is boundaries. So 2 other videos we talked about boundaries as well. The first one with boundaries with family and friends, the second one boundaries with work, and this video is all about boundaries at home in the situation where you have a partner or a spouse. In that situation, the boundaries are less about saying no and putting up a wall to protect what's sacred and yourself, maintain yourself, but saying yes to communication, to listening, and empathy for your partner. I have been doing this work for over a decade, and rarely do I see a couple who is exactly the same place emotionally, mentally, and physically at the same time. It just usually doesn't happen that way. What typically happens is, depending on how long you've been at it, if you've experienced loss, there's a grieving process. And how people navigate that process and the needs along that process are different. A woman's need is different, a man's need is different in general, but then situationally where you're at is different too. So what's needed is empathy and allowing for space for your partner to have their needs met and to navigate in the way that they need. So here's a perfect example. I have a client who was in her 40s. She was on her deciding between donor eggs and her 3rd round of IVF with her donor eggs. And they chose to move on with the 3rd IVF with her own eggs because she was ready. She wanted to move on and use donor eggs. Her husband was not ready emotionally to give up the dream of having a child with her eggs and his sperm. So she had the bandwidth to be able to do another IVF, financially, emotionally, all those things, and they did. It did not result in a pregnancy. It's what her husband needed to be able to move on to the next step, which was donor eggs, and now they have a beautiful little boy. So when you find these times when instead of getting angry at your partner or when you do disagree, it's okay, it's normal, and sometimes just knowing that is enough freedom for you guys to get to the next step. So I hope this was helpful. If you found it helpful, please please share, please comment below, and if you haven't yet, visit my website, fertilehopeyoga.com, where you can download your free fertility affirmation deck. Enjoy.